Somewhere under the ground in Pakistan lies a city that was more advanced than Rome. It had running water, it had indoor toilets, it had a sewage system, and this was in 2500 BC. Then one day, everyone was gone. No war, no disaster, just silence. This is the story of the most advanced civilization nobody taught you about. Let's go back to 2500 BC. The Egyptians were building pyramids. The Romans were still living in mud huts. But on the other side of the world, a completely different civilization was quietly becoming the largest empire on Earth. At its peak, it covered 1.5 million square kilometers, bigger than Egypt and Mesopotamia combined. 5 million people lived here, and at the center was a city called Mohenjo-daro, which roughly translates to Mound of the Dead. Even the name is haunting. Up to 60,000 people lived inside its walls, making it one of the biggest cities in the entire ancient world. Here's what made Mohenjo-daro different from every other ancient city. The streets were perfectly straight. Every road ran north to south or east to west, like a modern city, planned from scratch. But the streets were just the beginning. Every single house was connected to a drainage system. Waste flowed from your bathroom, through clay pipes in the walls, into covered drains running under the street. Those drains could be opened and cleaned. This was 2500 BC. London didn't get a sewage system until 1865. That's over 4,000 years later. And every house also had its own private well, not a shared well, a private one, inside the house. There was also a massive public pool at the center of the city. The Great Bath, waterproofed with natural tar, built 4,000 years before your local swimming pool. Now here's where things get truly unsettling. The Indus people had their own writing system. Thousands of inscriptions have been found, and we have absolutely no idea what any of it says. Scholars have been trying to decode it for over 100 years. Egyptian hieroglyphics, decoded. Mesopotamian cuneiform, decoded. Indus Valley script, still completely unknown. We don't know their language. We don't know the names of their kings or their gods, or even what they called their own city. They are the most mysterious civilization in human history. Now we get to the part that haunts archaeologists. Around 1900 BC, something happened. The population started to leave, slowly at first, then all at once. Within a few generations, Mohenjo-daro was completely empty. The question is, why? The first theory was invasion. Skeletons were found in the streets, some with marks of violence, but here's the problem. No burned buildings, no weapons left behind, no signs of battle anywhere. So the second theory is climate change. The monsoon pattern shifted dramatically around 2000 BC. Rivers dried up, crops failed, the water systems that made the city possible stopped working. Without water, even the greatest city becomes unlivable. So the people left, not in panic, slowly, quietly, moving east toward the Ganges, and the city was swallowed by the earth. We only rediscovered Mohenjo-daro less than 100 years ago, and we still understand almost nothing about it. Their writing is unread, their leaders nameless, their religion unknown. All we know is they figured out indoor plumbing before anyone else. 4,000 years before the rest of the world caught up. And then they vanished. If you want to know what else ancient history is hiding, subscribe, because next week we go somewhere even older.